problems
and
we've talked about.
A lot of people, Senator Collin, Arizona, in the housing market out there, they're suffering big time right now. How much of the blame, and I know you're a blunt guy, how much of the blame does the Bush administration deserve for allowing this kind of situation to deteriorate as it has?
Virtually none.
Why?
We've been predicting for years that this problem would come along. When I was chairman of the Republican Policy Committee, we wrote papers on this.
But isn't the federal government responsible for making sure this kind of situation doesn't happen?
Yeah. The problem is there is very little regulatory authority. That's why this legislation that Senator Dodd has been working on, the one good feature of it is additional regulation. But we should have had that regulation 4 years ago. The other problem here is that much of the bailout here is for the people holding bad loans, not the homeowners. It's for the speculators, the investors. I know in the oil crisis, everybody's concerned about the speculators driving up the price. What do you think happened in the housing market?
Senator Dodd, go ahead and respond.
Oh, no. Very specifically, John, we absolutely exclude speculators from having any benefit at all under the Homeowners Act. That's very clear in the law. And of course, this is a highly regulated industry, John. This isn't like hedge funds. The mortgage market has been a highly regulated industry. Where were the cops? Why weren't they out there saying, when brokers were luring people in and saying, I'm your financial advisor, the fully indexed price, don't worry about it, lie about it if you want, we'll get you into that home. Those were people that had a responsibility that failed in that responsibility, and the regulators watching them should have been doing a better job, and they didn't do it. That's a major reason why we've seen the problems we're seeing these days.
Just one quick example. There's much to be said. The provision that Chris alluded to that the Bush administration opposes and would veto the legislation over are the CDBG grants. They don't help the borrowers.
You got to explain what that means.
The community development block grants, which enable local governments to purchase homes from the people who are holding them, the investors that are holding them. Doesn't help the homeowner at all. They're in foreclosure. It helps the people holding the paper, the money. And so, I mean, it's a good example of how...
I want to move on, but I'll let Senator Dodd respond.
No. The Community Development Block Grant Program is money that goes directly to governors and mayors in order to help them rehabilitate foreclosed properties so they can put them on the market and sell it. It doesn't go to the homeowner at all. That money, because you have declining property values, that is the resources coming in for police and fire and other matters. These are things that mayors need. We provide that when you have floods and hurricanes. This is a national crisis, and our communities need the help. But you're not purchasing mortgages with that money at all.